Hi everybody, my name is Jim with Full Moon Adventure Club, and today we're going to be going over some basic operations and functionality of an RV electric fireplace. So basically the only time that these are going to really operate is when they're hooked into shore power or your generator is running. These will not run off of a battery bank with an inverter. I mean, you can make anything run off an inverter battery bank, but it'd have to be huge. So it's really going to drain your batteries really, really fast, and you'd have to have a really impressive inverter and battery bank to pull something like that off. So we're just going to say no, it does not work that way. Most heating elements are going to take a lot of power. So an RV electric fireplace is only going to run when you're hooked into shore power, running the generator. And now we're going to jump right out there and check out some of the basic functionality. And although yours might be different or have some different buttons and features and things like that, this is going to be a pretty standard model, and this is going to give you a really good indication of where to start and how to operate yours. So without further ado, we're going to jump out there and check it out right now. All right, so on this particular model, it has a little cover plate. You're just going to put your finger right under here and pull this down. You don't want to force it down. That's about where it's going to sit. And you're going to have your power indicator, your power button right here. You have your thermostat for when it's set into the automatic setting for heat. Then that thermostat will be active. And it does click to be at the lowest setting. You can turn that on, adjust it all the way up to whatever temperature you would like. Next to that, you're going to have the heat setting, which is going to turn it from off to auto to 1500 watt and 750 watt power settings. And also when you have this on 750 watt or 1500 watt, it's going to automatically just kind of be on high for you. Just to give you an indication, you know, it's probably not going to use the thermostat when those two are selected. You want to be on automatic if you'd like to use the thermostat. Next to that, you're going to have the flame. And over here, we're going to have the flame brightness. So what we're going to do first is turn on the power. Get a little beep there to indicate that it is on. Let's go ahead and turn on the flames for some ambiance down there. And then next to that on the left, you do have a dimmer switch for the flame. So if you want to kind of turn that down, it's a little loud, but once you get that turned down, then it's a much lower flame for less ambient light. Maybe it's distracting. Maybe you want to watch TV instead of that. That's all fine. Or of course you can just turn it off. For now, we're going to go ahead and turn that all the way up for us. There we go. And now let's go ahead and turn our thermostat down, and we're going to use the heat function. So when we push it once, it's going to be on 750 watts, and we can feel the heat coming out of there, out of our vent. And there's going to be a slight smell at first, and that's pretty normal. It's just all the heating elements heating up for the first time, and that smell is going to dissipate, and it'll go away for you. But just don't panic if you do smell that. It's gonna be there the first time you use it, and then it'll pretty much go away for you. And if you want to push this heat button again, we're going to switch to 1500 watts. And I'm going to go ahead and switch off of that to automatic, because that's using a lot of juice, and we're plugged in with an extension cord here at the dealership, so I don't want to blow any breakers here, because that 1500 watts is going to use quite a bit of juice for you when you're plugged in. And on the automatic setting, if we adjust the thermostat, it just clicked on the heater, and that's going to start cranking out some heat for us, or we can turn that off. And if you don't want to use the heat function at all, we're going to go ahead and push the heat setting button again, and it's going to go to the off position. All the lights are off, and we're good to go. I would also like to remind you guys that if for any reason you're using the thermostat and it's turned up on high, and maybe it overheats, you trip the breaker, you don't have enough power coming through your cord, anything like that, and it turns off automatically as a safeguard, the way to reset your breaker on most units is going to be to go ahead and click your power button off and wait for about 5 minutes, and then go ahead and turn that back on. If it continually blows the breaker and keeps tripping that breaker for you, that probably indicates that you have some kind of problem. And if you're sure that it's not your power supply, then you're going to want to go ahead and get the unit looked at, because there's obviously some kind of problem. It really should hardly ever reset, but if it does, just turn off the power, wait 5 minutes, turn it back on. You should be good to go. If it continually happens throughout the day, then you may have some kind of issue and you might want to get it looked at and get some maintenance done. Okay, well, I hope that kind of covered some of the basics for you. So when you look at yours, you're going to know where to start and what buttons are going to kind of do what. And that's going to help you out a little bit if you're a first-time user. So my name is Jim with Full Moon Adventure Club. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. It's really going to help me out and keep these videos coming to you. And until next time, happy camping.